What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be discussing about the Chicago Bulls and the potential shorthandedness we could have in our next game against the New York Knicks. Now, unfortunately, in this game, there's two people that we are unsure about that could be playing in this game against New York, or they may miss this game against New York. And as far as I'm aware, there won't be, I guess, an injury report by the time I'm recording this video, and I don't think there's going to be an injury report for any time soon, essentially. So I'm going to do my best and assume some things, first and foremost, and whatever happens against New York will happen. But before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new, and let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Chicago Bulls and their chances to beat New York after a very bad start to this mini road trip against the Philadelphia 76ers. In a back-to-back situation, this is not the way to start. Again, even if we had lost this game against Philadelphia, which we did, by the way, you would just assume that the Chicago Bulls would at least bring the fight to the game. And I just simply think they didn't do it. Defensively, offensively, and everything in between. So to set that tempo very early is bad. And considering that we do have an away game against New York next, let's hope it doesn't get any worse. And let's hope there is a response rather than, I guess, a reoccurring theme here for the Chicago Bulls. But unfortunately, in that game against Philadelphia, there's more than just a game to actually talk about. There's two people that actually, I guess, got injured in this game. First and foremost, let's talk about Kobe White, because I feel like there's a little bit more information about Kobe White than the other guy. So Kobe White, I believe in the third quarter, twisted his ankle and went to the locker room. It wasn't necessarily suggested that, he was injured in any way, but it looked like he got injured. There is reports suggesting, I think Kobe White even said this in quotes, so correct me if I'm wrong, that he could have returned to the game against the Philadelphia 76ers if the game wasn't so out of hand. In other words, if this game was a close game between the Bulls and the Philadelphia 76ers, that would suggest that Kobe White would have returned in that game to try and seal the victory for us. Now, since we got blown out by 30 points at the time, that didn't seem to be the case. Kobe White sat out for the rest of the game and did not return. So, with that statement in mind, my only suggestion is that Kobe White will probably be probable to play against the New York Knicks. If he was able to come back in this game, I don't necessarily see a reason why he would not return or he would not come back against the New York Knicks unless the injury aggravates overnight, which is a possibility. I'm not a doctor out here, so I can't tell you the percentages of that happening. I can't even tell you what really happened with Kobe White. All I know is that he went for a layup, he landed on the ankle wrong, or in fact, he took a step wrong, and that led to the injury. So we'll see if he will play against the New York Knicks, but my first, I guess, thoughts on the situation is he will likely be able to play against the New York Knicks. So there you go. And let's hope when he does play against the New York Knicks, he can produce a better performance. But the next guy that we need to talk about is Patrick Williams. If you guys were unaware, Patrick Williams only played about 10 minutes and 40 seconds of that game. And he didn't necessarily have the best game while he was out there, but whatever the case may be, he didn't return for the rest of the game. I believe Billy Donovan suggested that he wasn't moving well, and that's why he did not return. There's not a lot of information in my eyes about Patrick Williams as of yet. Now, hopefully by the time this video is uploaded to YouTube, there will be more information about Patrick Williams, and you guys can let me know what that's all about, because I most likely will not be awake to be able to give you that report as soon as it comes out. But again, hopefully that is not a serious injury that comes Patrick Williams' way, and that he will be able to return to the Chicago Bulls soon. But when it comes to the New York Knicks, if he's not moving right and he didn't return to this game against Philly, my initial guess is that he probably won't be playing against the Knicks in the next game. So my, I guess, initial thought process here is Patrick Williams will be doubtful to play against the New York Knicks, which is about a 75% chance he may miss this game against the Knicks compared to the 25% chance he may play. I'm just assuming things here. I don't have any information. I don't know what the injury report may suggest for this. Hopefully they'll be updated soon. But with Patrick Williams out of the lineup, if he doesn't play, that means there is a lot more injuries for the Chicago Bulls. Again, another forward taken out of the picture. That means we're going to have to rely heavily on a Dalen Terry and rely heavily on a Julian Phillips to really step up to the plate and produce some big minutes for the Chicago Bulls in this final stretch against the Knicks away from home. And then we'll see what happens against Charlotte and whatnot. But to sum it up, let's just assume, because, we all like to assume things when there's no real information there. Let's just assume that Kobe White and Patrick Williams will miss this game. This Bulls team is going to come against a strong New York Knicks team with OG Anunoby and all, played very, very well against a top Western Conference team, extremely short-handed. We could potentially see a situation where there's obviously no Levine, no Lonzo, no Torrey Craig, no Nikola Vucevic, and no Kobe White and no Patrick Williams. That could be a situation that we deal with tomorrow. And that is going to be hard. I don't care what team you are. With, you know, even this game against Philly, with the amount of injuries sustained for the Chicago Bulls, you can't expect them to win 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games in a row. You just can't. There's just too many injuries for the Chicago Bulls. Our depth, our squad depth is diminishing. Our bench is pretty much non-existent at this point. And if we have to get rid of another bench player, or we have to bring another bench player into the starting lineup for Patrick Williams or Kobe White, hopefully we don't. Hopefully they're both available to play. Most likely Io will enter the starting lineup in that case. And then our bench is going to consist of Dalen Terry, Julian Phillips, and Javon Carter. Shows the problems that we have for the Chicago Bulls. So look, let's hope Kobe White is not seriously injured and he's able to play. Let's hope the Patrick Williams movement issues is only maybe a temporary thing and he'll be able to play. Let's hope that Nikola Vucevic can return to the Chicago Bulls as soon as possible. I'm even waiting for Zach LaVine to come and play again until he gets traded, because I'd rather have the extra depth in the team, even if he does maybe not necessarily play well with this Bulls team. If he can adapt, that's great. But, you know, I'd rather have someone available to play than not available to play right now, because there is too many guys out of the lineup, and it's hurting us. It's hurting us greatly. So we'll see how it goes. But look, there's not going to be any excuses made. I still believe this Bulls team can produce a fight against the Knicks. I think they could have produced a better fight against Philly. I really do. So hopefully we see the better fight and we see a different attitude and a shift into the right direction. Win or lose this game against New York, if you don't fight against the New York Knicks and you end up getting blown out again, I don't care who's on the floor and who's injured. That's not the Chicago Bulls way. We've established that over the last 16 games, that we are going to fight with every team and fight competitively with every team. Yes, we may lose games. Yes, we may win some games, but the fight is what I'm looking for, win or lose. I can't expect this Bulls team to win every game because of every injury that we have. But I don't care who's on the court for the Chicago Bulls. I don't care if it's Kobe White. I don't care if we're going to, you know, bring back Devon Dotson to start him at the point guard position for the Chicago Bulls. Or we go and get Chris Dunn again. Or Shaquille Harrison back in those days. Whoever it is, I want to see some fight from the Chicago Bulls team. Let's see if they produce what I'm looking for. But that's going to be me for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like and a follow and or subscribe if you are new. And I will see you in the Chicago Bulls and New York Knicks watch along. Hopefully it will be a better time. We need it to be a better time. Again, I'm not seeking the Bulls to go and dominate every game, but I'm seeking some fight and some effort. And some shots made would be nice too. You know, we didn't really shoot the ball that well, but it is what it is. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care. And peace.